Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong with our love.
We're back. It's 23 after the hour. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for staying with me. I'm Jim Blasingame, and I am the Small Business Advocate. Please check out my website, smallbusinessadvocate.com. Lots of stuff there that will help you with your small business. Don't forget to take the poll question right there on the homepage. Don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, also on the homepage. I have a great visit with our good friend, Dr. Leah Hollis. She's an outstanding member of our Brain Trust, a workplace discrimination expert, the author of Bully in the Ivory Tower, available wherever books are sold. Leah, tell us how we can find you online, please.
I'm at diversitytrainingconsultants.com, and my book is available on Amazon.com.
Say that website again.
diversitytrainingconsultants.com.
Okay.
And the book is available on Amazon.
Amazon.com. All right, so check that out, folks. Okay, Leah, we're talking to small business owners, and you know, if the small business owner is bullying people, you know, that's really bad. I mean, there's no reason for that. And I don't really think small business owners bully. When you're the ultimate decider. I mean, you know, bullying is not really something that benefits you. But I could see where a small business could have managers out there, you know, across the organization, wherever they may be, who could resort to bullying. Mm-hmm. Because there are a lot of people out there who've been hurt in their lives, and they feel like they need, you know, they've got some kind of an axe to grind with people, and, you know, I've been mistreated, so I'm going to mistreat you. That's kind of the mind. Yeah. Seems like that's the mind of the bully. So how does a person know? How does an employee know? How does an owner know how to manage this? You know, when should I say, okay, I'll take it in stride because maybe he had a bad day. I'll take it in stride because maybe he's having a bad week. Okay, now it looks like it's not a bad week. Looks like it's pointed at me. I'm going to, you know, do I pop him in the nose, literally or figuratively? And at what point do I go to the boss and say, boss, you know, I put up with this and it's starting to get out of hand. What do you think? How do we deal with all that?
When a target is bullied, that also means they're a disengaged employee. If you've ever gotten into an argument with your spouse or your kids or what have you, you know after that argument you are not focusing on their task at hand. The same thing happens on the job. So if you have a manager bullying your staff, that is from the owner's perspective, you can believe your staff is disengaged. They are not working on the objectives of the company as conveniently or as creatively as you need them to. That middle manager is wasting your human capital.
So somebody comes to you, an employee comes to you, the owner, and they've gone around, you know, they've gone around their boss, they've gone outside of the chain of command, so to speak, and they said, hey, boss, I need to talk to you. I got a problem. This is what's going on. What is the owner listen for? What? Because you know, they let's say there are three scenarios. One of them is the first one is a whiner. You know, the second one is that they're you know has taken it and now they're ready to do something, and the third one is actually maybe is approaching a lawsuit for you.
That can happen, yes.
Yeah. So what
you're listening
how do you
for it to
listen to
happen
those
over time?
Yeah.
If the bully is more than a bad day and more than a bad week, if it's happening over time, you've got a problem. If your manager is bullying somebody, it slips quickly into protected class issues. If they're a woman, African American, Jewish, what have you, religious, and racial minorities, it can slip into a lawsuit very quickly. But you're also listening to how that manager is affecting your productivity. You know, if this person is coming around their boss to come to you as the owner to talk about it, that's time they're not spending on their job. They think about how much time they spent to get themselves together to come to you. That's time they're not spending on the job and on the things you need them to do. And that alone is enough to go to your middle manager and say, I need you to work with the people in a way that they're going to be productive. You You need to keep your staff productive. And whatever you're doing, whether it's the words you're using, your vocabulary, you're yelling, you're putting their finger in the face, or whatever it is you're doing, is creating a disengaged staff, and that is not productive. That is
and you might even be able to see this yourself if you'll pay attention before the employee has to come to you.
Right. And even turnover. If there's a lot of turnover under that manager, turnover is so expensive to replace somebody. So there are signs. If there's
Why is it so hard, though? How many times have we seen this, Leah? I've seen it. You've seen it, where the ultimate decision maker just can't see the flaw in this manager, this behavior. They just can't see it, and I've seen them disregard that kind of behavior to the point where it almost takes the company down.
And what's interesting, well, first of all, it's still legal, so it's tough to get your fingers around it. And second of all, the bully himself or herself, men and women both bully.
Yeah, there are mean girls, aren't there?
Yeah, there are mean girls, too. They are good performers themselves. Their staff might disengage, but the bully, him or herself, tends to be a high flyer. They're trying to maintain control.
Very interesting, folks. This is one of the things that this is what you get, small business owners. This is what you get paid the big bucks to deal with, right, Leah?
Absolutely.
Give us that website again, Leah.
It's called diversitytrainingconsultants.com.
All right, and the book is called "Bully in the Ivory Tower" by Dr. Leah Hollis. Leah, come back again real soon. Good job today.
Thank you so much. Great for having me.
We'll see you next time. Leah Hollis, ladies and gentlemen. She'll be back another day. I'll be back after these messages. I'm Jim Blasingame. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved.